What's up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C. And in this particular video, I'm doing a quick talk that's about Tinashe or Tinashe. I hope I'm saying that young lady's name right. Or I'm gonna call a little TT in this video. Um, it's talking about an interesting topic about how there's racism in the music industry. And she recently, well, I remember last time when she was talking about how, she has all these people that follow basically on Snapchat, but they'll be like trying to buy her album, just be like, why y'all not buying the album or whatever. But she's been in the music industry for a very long time. When music, just the entertainment industry, she's been a childhood actor, and, she produces a lot of her music and everything else. And I heard her mixtapes are actually better, than the her album, whatever, like where she's mad talented. Now, interesting enough, she wanted to point out about, particularly make racism in the music industry. She brought up, like, the whole skin, light skin, dark skin stereotype, saying it's very much segregated because you feel like you have to choose. She says if a black girl is winning, light, dark, or any shade between, it should be a win for all of us. And then because she's told what EXO Nicole, she was like, recently they honed this idea that there can only be one or one or two female artists. Which doesn't make sense to me because there's a million male artists that look the same, sound the same, that make the same music. Nobody cares about that. But you can't be a fan of Tinashe, Beyonce. You can't be a fan of Rihanna or Tinashe. You have to choose. Why can't I be a fan of both of us? And interesting enough, it's almost like she was saying, there was one hit. Like you only be one artist at a time. Because like she was, I think, talking about this one Beyonce and one Rihanna jam joined, and I think that particular article was edited. But I want to talk about real quick because my opinion, I think to a certain extent that she is right about that. I can agree because y'all notice if some people do remember Erykah Badu and when Jill Scott, when Lauryn Hill came out, and that part of rap slash R&B singing and stuff, or what they call the Neo Soul, it seemed like she had her year. And then Erykah Badu, she had her year. And then Jill Scott had her year. And I mean, you did have other artists down to even the Jassy Benassies, Jaguar Wright. I can go on and on about, say, the artists that they had. But at the same time, it seemed like they had so many like artists that were underrated, and it seemed like they only had one or two particularly black women artists or whatever that they can have. Somehow I think it did reference, but I know it stood out, especially with the black women, whether it was R&B, whether it was what they can classify as hip hop or rap, it just really, was down on that. But I'm just saying, I hadn't even noticed that too. Like, it could never be just one. Who else besides? I mean, there's a bunch of them. It's not because I don't know them or anything. Even down, y'all remember Linda? That was supposed to be like, remember when, who was that Hit 'em Up Styles chick? And I think they were saying, what was the producer, Chili's ex-child's father said, like, he bit it off her style. Linda had like that like the combination of R&B slash Harlem Renaissance sound combined together. And like I said, I could just go on all the females that came out of black artists that were under the line, or it seemed like it was only focused on one at a time, or it could never be one. I mean, yeah, you got Beyonce and Rihanna to a certain point, but why can't it be more than one in terms of that? Yeah, we see, for example, Jasmine Sullivan is starting to get her shine on, but I think she's still completely underrated. Tidra Moses, check on her. She's completely underrated as well, too. Tinashe, certain point, like I said, I heard she's mad talented, so I'm going to have to check her mid-test out. Of course, if y'all know that the 2 on song, whatever, is, nice little joint. But it is like you had to think about this. Do they really? I don't know how long it has been like that, but it's been to a point where it's like, well, I can't like multiples always just win. And then you got the little beefs here and there. But I'm just saying, she does have a point. Jill Scott and Erykah Badu are actually, they're cool with each other and stuff, right? But you notice also too, I forgot I wanted to mention one thing, is that it does go to thing like, why can't all of us win? Why does it have to be almost like it's going to be one or two, whatever, and it could be 100 plus more who get mad talent, and we all should be able to get this bread, or all be able to get the message that's required to pose and expand out. And for example, the reason why I wanted to say this is the whole if person's more famous than you thing, so we're going to take you off the song or at least limit it. Now, if y'all were around my time when the Roots was kind of like You know, they still making music, make talent, but you know, when they came out and this was Eve was starting to come out, whatever, and they had this song, You Got Me. Now, if y'all remember the video, and y'all even remember, I think even on their album, because I have their album, that actually, not the live one, but the album, they actually had it where it's Erykah Badu. But Jill Scott, I think, was the one who wrote the chorus originally and verse. And, you know, like I said, you see Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, they be, you know, they even had performed the song on VH1 special a couple years ago, and they were singing it together, whatever. But what I'm saying is that it was true, like, Jill Scott kind of got thrown off, and then we heard her on the live version. She was there, and she was singing the song on the live Roots Live album. I forgot what the album was called, but I got that too. So what I'm saying is that it is true, whereas we have all this talent, everyone should be able to just share, you know, be able to get on that. Why is it, I mean, to be honest with you, do y'all feel like there's more, and I'm not trying to make it a race issue, but do you think there's more underrated Caucasian women than it is of black women, or, you know, any minority, or, you know, women that make music? I'm just saying, y'all, you know, it's just a roof of thought. But it is true, like, we have all these male artists, male artists, female artists, but I'm just saying, I did kind of think about it, I could understand, because I felt like there was a lot of artists, as far as we can only have one at a time. And people can disagree with it, but I do feel like it was a lot of talented, and still to this day, a lot of underrated artists that seem to be more underrated, you know, if they got this. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to spend hours and hours about it, but it was just interesting that she felt that blunt and comfortable to be like, this mess is going on, I ain't gonna stand for this shit. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think, like, it's just the fact is, you know, and also too is you got to have the right catchy tune, whatever, woo woo, and but then too, also the same with female rappers, already hard for women in the industry, but it's also the thing is too, like, think about it, it's already bad in R&B, but let alone the rap. Who, I mean, besides Nicki, we could say right now, people was like, hottest female to get Nicki Minaj. How many years has Nicki Minaj been able to win awards, and nobody can win awards against her? And don't care who the hell it is, whatever. But it's like, you know, is there anybody else too? There's nothing wrong with her doing what she's doing, but I'm like, who else is going to be getting this bread? You know, as far as a current artist now that happens to be, you know, a black woman who is going to, you know, get this bread. You know what I'm saying? But, or just, you know, spit that hot grease. I'm just saying, because like I said, it's been embarrassing the last couple of BET awards that she, every time she's in the category, she always just automatically wins, and it's kind of embarrassing. It's like, you know, like, I'd like to thank you, you know, I had good competition, and it's like, oh gosh. And I forgot to mention even Tia Tantella that got grass, you know, her and her man, you know, had that, you know, beautiful baby, and they're engaged and everything, but she is actually mad talented too. But you know, it's like her album, she finally got an album in, and then we finally, you know, we didn't hear whatever. Who else? Like, let's see, oh gosh, even down to Layla Hathaway. I can go on and go back and forth, like, all the mad talent, but it's like, I feel like they get noticed, and Avery Shows, you know, get noticed, and Caress, Michelle, all these people get noticed, but to a certain extent they don't get noticed like they should be to a certain point, you know, and that's just with the music thing. But how do y'all feel about it, y'all? I'm just talking about current, I'm not, you know, whatever. That's just my opinion. But how do y'all feel about this? Do you feel she's right? Do you feel someone like, it's just like, well, we got the right single, then you all right or whatever, and that's not a problem with her. But I mean, I can understand where she's coming from, but that's why sometimes I felt like, you know, like, it'll be 1 year you're on hill, no, you know, like I was saying before. But anyway, y'all pleasant nice weekend, hugs and loves, and I definitely see y'all in the next video. All right, take care.